All right, Clay. Kill something. Enjoy your time. Call me when you're ready to come home.
All right.
Reach me. I'll come get you.
Will do. Appreciate it.
Wherever you may be.
Alone in Alaska. All right, so we are smack in the middle of moose and brown bear country. We've got a high spot right here. I'm gonna set up for tonight. It's pretty late. It's probably got about an hour and a half or so till maybe 2 hours till dark. We're just gonna set up camp. It's been a long day. It's just nasty weather. I'm hoping we get a little break tomorrow, but I'm gonna just move my crap over here and start setting up a camp, get that wood stove cranking. There's a game trail coming from right there where I got dropped off, and there's another one that's just kind of parallel in the shore here, so hopefully that's moose and not brown bears. Ooh, this looks like a nice spot. It's like a real nice spot. Nice flat piece of paradise. All right, I'm gonna go grab my stuff. We're gonna set the tent up right here. Be protected from the winds. I'll have easy access to the water. I can throw the canoe in there, paddle up this creek tomorrow, see what's up there, see if we can find a moose. It's a good piece. Dry underneath. Most of this bark is, I mean, it's been raining for days, so it's all sopping wet, but it's got so much tar in it that it'll burn even when it's wet. Been a long day. Happy to be here, happy to have the tent set up. Just happy, even though the weather's crap. So Chevie was telling me that right at the mouth of these little creeks, pike like to hang out. I did bring some fishing line, brought a couple of lures, a couple of spoons, but I don't have a fishing rod, so I'll have to rig up some sort of hobo reel or something, see if I can't catch a pike. There's a beaver lodge, or a cache anyway, where they're caching a bunch of willows just right over here. They must have a bank den or something over here. Anyway, we'll go do some exploring tomorrow. I'm in here for, I don't know, 5-6 days, something like that. It's supposed to rain, kind of be nasty for the first maybe 3 days, but mostly I think it's just gonna get in the canoe and paddle up this creek and see what's up there. Chevie's never been up this way, so he doesn't know what's up there, so it's all new to him, new to me. We're just gonna kind of figure it out. But I am heating up meals in my tent. I know I'm in the middle of brown bear country, and you know it's a risk to do that, but at the same time it's like it's freaking nasty outside. I don't want to go sit outside and heat up a freeze-dried meal, so I'll take the risk. I do have bear spray with me, and got the 10 mil, so between those two I ought to be able to deter a hungry bear. I think that's all she wrote for me today. It's about 7 a.m. and it's just starting to break day. It rained all night long, wind blew, but it's calm now and it's not raining, so that is a very good thing. Hopefully it stays this way for a little while. Haven't heard any critters other than beaver splashing. They're not happy that I'm camped by their hut. Instant coffee. Better than nothing, I reckon. Just gonna jump in the canoe, and I think I'll leave camp here right now and just paddle up this creek and see what's up there. See if I can find some firewood. Maybe make a moose call. Got a week to spend out here. I've got a moose tag in my pocket and just out looking for adventure. Never been up here before, so gonna just see what we can see. Do a little exploration, just kind of check out the country. Try not to lose too much weight. I brought bare minimum on the food. I'll be out here for 5 nights, and I've got 5 freeze-dried meals that average somewhere between 700 and maybe 1,000 calories, so I'll definitely be in a calorie deficit. Don't ask why I did that, I don't know. Challenge, I guess, I don't know. It's good to be hungry every now and then. So I've been up here for about a week, just hanging out with Chevie Roach of Life Below Zero. Some of you guys might know him. Great guy, great family, wonderful people. Chevie's thinking about starting a YouTube channel. I'm trying to help him with that. So you guys should pop over there and subscribe. I'll put a link in the video description. Got a big beaver lodge right here. So they make their lodges by just piling mud and sticks, and then they tunnel in from underneath and chew out the inside. So they have a little hump of dry ground in there, and it's all covered with that mud and sticks. And then this time of year in the fall, they'll cache willows in the water, green willows. That's what they eat, the willow bark. And so when it ices over, they can access that from underneath. Nibble them off a little chunk and bring it into their lodge. Well, I think this is as far up this creek as I'm going. It's getting real tight and real swift. Having to work hard to get up this thing a little ways. So, I don't know. I'll stop up here and do a little bit of calling and just see what happens. But I'm not real optimistic about this. It just doesn't look like where I'll expect to find moose. I'm happy just being here, you know, whatever happens, but I would love to get just one close encounter with a bull. Just gotta find them first, you know. They're here somewhere, you just gotta find them. Just kind of looking and seeing. I'm walking up to a spot here where I looks like on the other side of this hill there might be a spot that'll hold a moose. Just flushed up a spruce grouse right here. He flushed before I knew it was there, so no opportunity for a shot, but if there's one, I bet there's more. So I just climbed up in a spruce tree looking across this meadow here, and I can see two moose over there. Bull, one of them's a bull. I think both of them are bulls, but they're across a slough. And they are kind of coming this way. I'm going to see if I can head up a little bit and cut them off. Too far for the GoPro. The bigger of the two. He might make 50 inches, but it's gonna be close. Be awesome if I could call him in. I heard him in the water. So I saw him again, saw the smaller of the two bulls, kind of headed this way, and I came across the meadow to cut him off. And I heard him again one more time. It sounded like they were on this ridge somewhere, but there's a couple of beds in here, but I haven't seen them. And I haven't heard him again just that one time. I'm just gonna kind of still hunt along this ridge, and maybe I can see one bedded. I have seen some fresh moose turds though. There's fresh tracks. I think they're on this ridge somewhere. I don't think he's quite legal. He's probably 45 inches. That's what I asked for, close encounter with a bull. He was 20 yards. I don't have enough experience judging moose to know. I mean, he was close. He was close to 50 inches, but I don't quite think he was going to make it. That's a big, big animal. So I was seeing those beds right back here, and I mean, I didn't go another 40 yards before he stood up out of the bed right here. Dang it, man. So that was the bigger of the two. And he never, I might have heard him grunt one time, but I don't know. I don't even know if that was a grunt. So I was cow calling and grunting, and I don't know, they might have winded me at first, because they came across the meadow, but just wouldn't come in. But the wind was swirling around all over the place over there. Freaking pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. 20 yards. If he'd have been like that one that Chevie stalked the other day, there's no question about a bull like that. That's a good one. He's over 60. This one, not quite sure. Go up here in this little spruce stand, see if I can find some decent firewood. Forgot my handsaw, like a doomus. So with the birch, you can cut the bark off. You can actually take the bark all the way off the tree, all the way around, as long as you don't go all the way down to the wood. You can just take the outer layer off of it, and the tree will be fine. It'll be scarred, but it's not going to kill it. So the roots for the spruce lay just underneath this moss. So you just peel the moss back, and the roots are just kind of like right there. A lot of this trip is just rainy, nasty weather, but you gotta take the bad with the good. Gotta sit through a little rain to get that rainbow. That's the ticket right there. We're gonna kill him. That's gonna bring him right in. Might see if I can make a little fishing reel and if I can catch a pike while I'm waiting on a moose to grunt. So this is what I brought for fishing tackle: just a spoon, wire leader, and spool of line. I do have some hooks and one more spoon. Now I've already tried to just cast off of this spool, hand cast it, and I can't get it to work. And so what I'm gonna do is just peel a little off here and wrap some on my my water bottle and use my water bottle as a reel. Man, looks like the weather might break a little bit. We've got some, I see blue skies, a little sun peeking through. So I came back to the tent, just kind of took a nap midday. It's about 5:30 right now. Figured I'd try a little fishing. Didn't catch anything. But it's getting about that time. I want to kind of get back out there and see if we can find another moose. So may end up paddling across the river, may end up paddling to the upper end of this meadow where I got on those bulls this morning. I'm gonna go back and look at a map and just kind of try to figure out a game plan. I could find a spruce tree on the edge here I could climb up. I could get a good look out there. Well, got a hell of a view. This looks like a good spot where moose would hang out. Man, I am happy to see that sun. Whew. Let myself hope a little bit that the forecast was wrong for tomorrow and it's going to be a nice day, because it was calling for it to be real nasty. You know, the odds of me calling a moose right to the base of this tree are pretty low, I think, but it's just too pretty a spot to be up here without a bow. So I'm back where it was this morning. Or not this morning, but midday. He doesn't sound like he's far. Splashing in the water and raking trees right out there, but I can't see any brush moving. I don't see him. He's definitely closer though. By a lot. Probably cut the distance in half. See if I can cut some distance off of him. See if I can get through those willows without sinking up to my crotch.
Oh. Oh.
that sucks. It's awesome to be this close, but it's just on the fence. There's another bull. Maybe this is a bigger one. Oh my God, that was freaking awesome. That bull that I first stalked, there was another bull that came out. They were all rocking antlers. This one was smaller than this one, just by a little bit. Oh man, what an action-packed evening. Glad I decided to paddle up here. I'm gonna start heading back, so I don't have to paddle back too far in the dark. Moon rising over the river. Oh my God, what an epic day. What an epic day. I was within 25 yards of that bull, broadside. Oh, I just didn't know. I didn't know. Just don't have enough experience looking at them. And, you know, last thing I want to do is get a big fat fine from Alaska Fish and Game and probably lose the moose too. That was unbelievable. That was freaking unbelievable. Just within the last 15 minutes there, I was within 25 yards of two bull moose that were squaring up with one another, doing the head waving. They were coming to one another, but the second one caught my wind and ended up taking off. Man, what an awesome day. That was awesome. Thanks, Chevie. So first full day of moose hunting ever in my life. I had 3 close encounters. One of the bulls, the more I think about it, I think he was probably legal. I just didn't know. I wasn't 100%. I mean, hell, he could have been 60 inches, and I'd have been, I don't know. That's what antler restrictions will do to you, is make you nervous like that. But better safe than sorry, I reckon. I know he's a big animal to be that close. You know, in bow hunting, you can't really ask for much better than that, I don't think. Or you shouldn't. That's about as good as it gets. For the po man, the common man. $10:20 p.m. I thought elk hunting was long days. It's kind of gray again this morning. Been little intermittent light showers. We gotta make a couple of casts this morning, see if I can catch something. And maybe go for a paddle or figure something else out. Let's go hunt something. Just ease along here. Maybe find a grouse or something. Maybe find a 60-inch bull moose. Kind of a little bit farther down from where I was yesterday when I saw those bulls over there. But on my way in here, there's fresh bull tracks. Well, from yesterday, I assume. Right where I was calling from. He came right in there after I was gone, of course. Lesson learned. Be patient. It's my new wind indicator. Oh. 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 So I've been in this spot for, I don't know, a couple hours. It's probably noon now. I think I got here around 9ish. I heard a cow moaning basically when I first got here, way down at the other end, probably a mile down there. You know, a mile elk hunting is nothing. If I heard a bull bugle a mile from me, I'd take off after him. But to kill a bull moose a mile back through this stuff would be a massive undertaking to get that thing out, because you're basically walking on a sponge the entire time. This afternoon I'm going to take the canoe and go way up the top end of this meadow where I heard that cow, and see if I can't get on them a little bit closer to the river, so it's not such a, it wouldn't be such a huge pack out if I end up killing one back there. This is what you do when you're sitting in one spot for hours. Lots of unnecessary lashing on a moose call. Looks cool though. That is a wonderful sight, knowing that there's a wood stove and dry firewood in there. We'll spend midday at camp, head back out this evening. It's good to have a tent to get out of the rain, but being with it raining hard pretty much all afternoon, I've been in here since 2 o'clock. It's almost 7 now. I checked the weather on my inReach and it said it's supposed to clear up tomorrow, so that'll be good. We'll have a couple, hopefully have a couple days of clear to semi-clear weather to get out and chase some moose. I want to paddle upriver and check out another spot, but I look back at that video of that bull and I keep playing that over and over in my head, and I just, the more I look at it, the more I think about it, the bigger he, the bigger he looks. I don't know, I probably screwed up, but whatever. It was a good experience. I don't know, I just don't have enough experience looking at bull moose to be able to judge how wide they are, unless they're just really big, you know. I don't know, he was probably 55, but again, I wasn't sure. That's the way it goes sometimes, I guess. About 7 a.m. It's overcast but not raining. Quiet, no wind. We'll take a little paddle upriver, see what we can find. This ridge that runs along the river here is just covered up with moose sign, beds everywhere. Paddle up to the top end of it here, see what we can figure out. You know, the longer I live and the more I see and experience, the more I believe that people have to have struggle. They have to have challenges to overcome in order to be happy. And ironically, struggle and challenge is the very thing that modern society strives to eliminate. When you're surrounded by comfort all the time, you become accustomed to it. And your understanding of pain and suffering and comfort is skewed. You need to recalibrate that thing every now and then. You don't have to travel to the middle of nowhere, Alaska to do that. You can go into your backyard and sleep on the ground for a couple nights without a mattress or a blanket. That'll do it. I challenge you to do that. 2 nights, 3 nights will be better. Because here's what's going to happen. First night, you're not going to sleep at all. Second night, you'll sleep a little bit, but fitfully. Third night, you'll sleep like you're in your own bed. And that's just your body adapting, your mind adapting to less. Adapting to discomfort. Making discomfort comfort. It's an important thing to do every now and then. For me, anyway. Can hear a bull grunting across the river. The sound travels better across that water. What's up, guy? Goshawk. That's a freaking cool bird. I think if I ever got into falconry, that would be my goal, my desired bird. It's just turned out to be a beautiful day. So I sat up in that birch tree for, I don't know, an hour or so, and then hung around a little while longer and called and kept an eye on that woodlot. I never saw anything step out anywhere. And so I think I'm just gonna paddle upriver a little bit and then just float back down this evening and just listen. See if I can hear a bull grunting or something. So I paddled upriver, probably a mile and a half, 2 miles or so, and it looks like just across the river here there's a little lake that I might be able to access via a little outlet, a little creek. Might head up there and check that out. So still, it's just glassy out here. Beautiful. I like this. Can't nobody get a boat up there, not with a motor anyway. See if we can drag this canoe by here and get up here and explore a little bit. Sounds like there's another beaver dam up here. This is beautiful. And there's nobody else back here. There's a few camps down on the river there. Some other hunters. But there ain't nobody back here unless they drug a canoe back here. Man, this is awesome. I love it. Nothing but the sound of the wind and the birds and a paddle in the water. Last piece of moose jerky. So I don't know if all moose is like this, but the fat on these moose up here is really, really good. It's like there's no waxiness that you get with deer and elk. I don't know what it is, but it's good. It's like beef fat. Moose fat. Like the best blueberries I've ever had. These are awesome. It just looks like there should be a moose in that tree line somewhere. He should step out and then walk across the meadow. Guess I'll eat blueberries until he gets here. Whole flat, nothing but blueberries. I've seen a couple of piles of bear scat, but I haven't seen anything fresh yet. Old stuff. Oh, there's another one. There's quite a bit of it out here, but with it, it's kind of hard to tell how old it is with it being, it rained like every day for the last week or so. Would not surprise me. They were hanging around here, somewhere real close. One of the challenges of hunting in this country is not going too far. Because if you get too far from where you can get a boat, and you do kill a bull moose, which is a massive, massive animal, you have to bring the meat out on the bone. So you can't bone it out. And so you're talking about packing moose quarters across ground that has no bottom. You're literally walking on a sponge. And I don't know, for one guy, I don't know if I'm physically capable of packing a moose out more than a few hundred yards even in this. I would guess a moose hindquarter from a bull moose would be 200 pounds or more. That's a lot of weight on your back, even on hard ground in this stuff. It'd be torture. Spruce. Oh, there's a widgeon. I think I can get close. A little bit too low. Dang it. I could just see that duck fat dripping over the fire. Messed up my aim. cow just came out of this line of birch right here. She's feeding out in this flat now in the water. I heard her over there calling earlier, but I don't see any bulls. Just one lone cow. So this cow that was out here feeding headed back into the woods, but just before she got into the woods, I could see her posturing like there was another moose around. I slipped over here and she's gone. But I can hear a cow moaning down this way, and I can see one way down yonder, about 800 yards or so. That cow that I saw go into the woods earlier. No bulls. Kind of torn on whether to stay here or head over there where I heard that bull grunting from this morning, back over where I was yesterday. I mean, with that cow here by herself and no bulls around, with her moaning like that earlier, kind of makes me think there's no bulls on this side right here, but I don't really know. I think I'm going to head over to the other meadow where I was yesterday. An absolutely splendid day. Not a lot of action on the moose side, but I could see a few cows. But it is just now getting to be prime time, so we're going to get up here where I was the other day and see if that bull that was grunting is still hanging around. Hopefully that big old 65 incher's moved in there, bossing those other smaller bulls around a little bit. What a beautiful day. Long day, long day. It's a good day. It's a beautiful day. Just not much action on the moose. This bull out here in the meadow, I don't know, I heard his antlers raking, or what I thought was antlers raking. Maybe it was just my imagination, but I never heard him again, never heard him grunt, never heard or seen anything out there. Anyway, going home to get something, or going to the camp, get something to eat, and I'm going to bed. It's a wonderful sight. I might go try to get one of those beavers tomorrow, see if I can get one with my bow. That'd be mighty fine. Fat beaver haunch over a fire. paddling downriver, but got about a 15-mile-an-hour wind in my face. Taking it. Freaking digging. Way to cap off a day right here. Good thing I wasn't 3 miles upriver. Probably got another half mile to go if I can get there. I'm getting there slowly. Oh, hell. Had to dig coming back there. Good grief. Well, I think this is the last full day. Might paddle up the creek and see if we can find a beaver. How could it get any better than this? Look at that. Look at that. Gold. And then the rest of the colors. And we even got a beaver swimming in the creek. Right here. You know, one of the things I try to instill in my boys is that lifetime memories are not free. Those things require payment. Sometimes it's money, but only rarely. Most times it's pain, discomfort, a little bit of suffering. And I think that's true of memories, both good and bad. When it's all said and done and you've lived your life, those memories are what you have. Those are the things that stay with you forever. I think it's hard to wrap your head around that as a young man. I think you'll get it one of these days. He might not be 40 till he gets it though, but one day. I think this is just a juvenile that's been kind of kicked out of the colony. All I can see is one beaver here. So I'm going to leave this guy alone, and we're going to take the canoe up the creek to a bigger lodge where I was paddling up there the other day, and there's probably 6 or 8 beaver in this one lodge, some young ones. So we'll paddle up there and see if we can't get one of those, and hopefully end up with some fat and meat, and bring it back and roast some over the fire. some momofuku. This is the first lunch that I've had since I've been out here. Had a little bag of moose jerky, and I was just eating one little piece a day. And so most of those freeze-dried backpacking meals are somewhere between 740 and maybe 1,100 calories. And so basically that's all I've been having. Be interesting to see how much weight I've lost when I get home. I was saving this for a toast for when I killed that big bull, but that didn't happen. So we're gonna toast to having a good trip. I actually bought this. I don't ever buy this stuff. I bought this as kind of a joke in Anchorage. Cheers. Cheers. That's bad. That's bad. Tastes like a red hot. Good grief. Better.
Man, I'm saying he's 51, 52, but I don't. He's
borderline.
He is borderline, man. I mean, that one antler just doesn't go all the way past his shoulder. You know, it just goes to about, not even to the middle of his shoulder. So I think that was a good call. I mean, you might have been 50, 51, 52, but
it was a good time. That's all I asked for, is have a good close encounter with a bull, and I had one. 3 in one day.
We got one more day.
One more day. So I don't feel so bad now. I was really questioning myself when I got back to camp and looking at the footage, like, man, I don't. So yeah, if you're on the fence about it, I'm good. I'm good with that.
I think that's a good call.
Well, boys and girls, I think that's all she wrote for this one. Didn't come home with a moose, but I had a great time. Got more than I asked for, which was a close encounter with a bull. It's a pretty awesome encounter too. Just not enough experience looking at him. He may have been legal, he may not. Some of you guys out there that have more experience looking at moose could probably tell right off, but not me. I hope y'all enjoyed it, and we'll tune in for the next adventure. See y'all.